video alone because Isa is at a pony club clinic and could not be here. It's really weird to film alone. I feel like every time either of us film by ourselves we say that, but it's true. Today's video is going to be the first video of our show series. I was gonna do like jazz hands, but then I was like, and last year we did a show series and it went over really well. You guys really liked it. We had wanted to get these videos out to you sooner. Well, this video, there will be more, but we've just been super busy and have not had time to film. We've literally barely seen each other, let alone filmed together. This video is all about leg protection. It's not necessarily just for shows, but it does apply to shows. I just want to say like a huge disclaimer. Always talk to a trainer about how to properly wrap like standing bandages and polos, because if they are wrapped incorrectly, they could damage your horse's legs. This is just our tips, how we do things, but always like have someone double check before you actually like use them or ride in them, etc. Let's get started. It's not as fun. I have no one to laugh with and I don't really feel like laughing at myself right now, so.
This is the standing wrap and it's used for support, protection, and also to reduce inflammation. I primarily use them when I am showing or at a clinic and Zara's in a stall, because when they're standing around they can get, at least her legs get really inflamed, so putting this on will help reduce that. And also I use it when I trailer her and then I just put bell boots on. Zara uses a 12-inch in the front and a 14-inch pillow wrap in the back, and most horses will have a bigger size for the back, so just keep in mind when you're ordering them. The wrap should go from the bottom of their knee or hock to the bottom of their fetlock joint. You want to start laying it flat along the inside of their tendons and start right below their knee, and then wrap going towards their tail. You want to make sure you keep your eye on this top line to make sure it all stays symmetric. Once you have it like that, you're going to grab this and make sure that it's laying flat. So like you're not gonna have it like this, it's gonna be like this. And for the front, you just tuck it into the top portion and not too tight, but you just wrap it once and hold it down with your thumb so it doesn't slip out. And then once you have that, then you can tighten it. And you wanna make sure this space is even. Always pull going this way because then it pulls against their bone. If you pull like this, it's gonna pull against their tendon. So yeah, pull this way. And not too tight. Like, I don't know, you want it to be like squishy, but not too squishy. I mean, you'd rather have it be too loose and too tight because you don't want to damage them. And then once you get to the bottom, so like see how that's even? And then once you get to the bottom, you're gonna leave about like, I don't know what that is, like a ½ inch. And then once you do that, you can head back up. You don't really have to do it as tight once you go up because it's already pretty determined how tight it's gonna be from the first layer. And then you go up. Then once the Velcro comes, you just Velcro it tight. And so that's pretty solid wrap right there. You want it to be snug with one finger in there, and also it's good to just go like this so it's even. It's gonna be a little tighter around their tendon naturally because their leg bows out, but try to go a little looser there. First, you're going to want to get the Velcro end and put the Velcro on the Velcro. Then you're just gonna start rolling that, roll it down until you get a solid loop or whatever it's called. And then you just kind of pull it tight and then just shake it out so it's like flat. And then pull it and then pull it down. This works really well because it keeps it really tight. You can also do it by like tying this to a stall bar and then doing it like that, but you don't always have a stall bar available. So this was just my #1 way to roll my track wraps. And then once you are done and it is tight, you 2 or 3 layers in, and then you just tuck that little corner in so that it stays all neat and together. For the pillow wraps, you're just gonna roll the outside layer into itself so that the inside layer is facing out, and it's pretty simple. I don't typically store them rolled because they just unroll. I typically fold them, but this is what you're gonna want to do right before you start wrapping. The polo wraps are used to like protect and support your horse's legs.
I typically just use them more when I'm doing like flat work because, as you can tell, they're not like a hard surface, so they're not gonna like protect your horse's legs if they hit like a pole. I think they're really cute as well. One thing is that these are not allowed in the hunters. No leg protection whatsoever is allowed in the hunters because they want to see like how their legs move, etc, etc. But you can use Polo Wraps in the equitation, at least in like the upper levels and like the McClays and stuff. Obviously don't take my word for it, make sure you check like your rule book and stuff to make sure it's allowed, because I don't want you like getting disqualified. But generally Polo Wraps are accepted and used in the equitation ring. Make sure you have like a trainer or something check them before you like use them for the first time, because you want to make sure you're doing it right. I mean, we are explaining it to you on how to wrap them and how to use them, but we want to make sure that there's someone there that will tell you you've done it right. Start at the tendon, and I personally start like halfway down their leg, and then you just wrap again towards the back and go forward and just go down a little bit. I typically wrap it like 3 or 4 times, so I'm gonna do one more time. Keep going down, and then once you get to this point, you want to like cup their fetlock and then go up. So you want to make sure there's this V in the front. Well, I guess it's an upside down V, but you know, same thing. And once you have the V, you just start going back up and just go up, you know? And make sure like there's even spaces in between each thing. And then you just pull, Velcro, and wrap it around, and Velcro it. Just like start rolling, and you want it to be tight. If it's tight, then it's easier to like put on. And I do it against my leg if I don't have something to tie it to, but I prefer to tie it to something. Same thing with the trag wraps, I just like tuck them in a layer or two so they don't come unraveled.
Next we have the splint boot, and this is primarily used for eventing during the cross-country phase because it protects their whole entire leg, especially the front if they were to hit their leg on like a log or something. Upper level eventers typically go towards a different boot that's more protective, but this is used by like a lot of people, and can also be good for when you're lunging because it protects their whole leg, not just the sides and the back like the open front do. So this one's pretty simple. You're just gonna want to do the Velcro going towards the back like always, and you put like this little flap without the Velcro on first, and then you put this on second. And I always pull it like this because sometimes it will like bubble up if you don't. And yeah, you want to have a finger there, feels like this, and it shouldn't like move. Sometimes this will get like folded under, so just make sure that it is all smooth and like along the leg.
Next, these are open front boots. I personally just use these at home when I'm schooling, and these are the brand Equestrian. They come in a bunch of brands. If you're doing like more upper level jumpers, I would recommend EquFit or Verdes. The front is open. So it like protects the side and the back of your horse's leg, but not the very front. And the purpose of these is so like if your horse hits the front of the jump, they'll be like, oh shit, there's a pole there. Probably should pick my legs up. The back ones they obviously don't look the same as the front ones. These are
Good catch. Oh my god.
These are Fetlock boots, and they just protect like the back fetlock. For the open front, you want like the Velcro side to be on the outside and pointing back. Put it on, and what I do is like start up higher and then slide it down so it like fits nicely. And then you just pull the Velcro back towards the back of them, and this comes down. And you're good. And also, you'd make sure, like sometimes this can get tucked under, and make sure that doesn't happen. Okay, so for the Fetlock boots, which are basically just like the open front boots for the back legs, again, you want the Velcro on the outside, facing backwards, and then you just wrap it around. Make sure it's like cupping their bone, if you want to say that. And then this part goes like over the other piece, if that makes sense, and then just Velcro.
So next we have bell boots, and these are the KL Select, and they're Italian made, and these are the ones that are my holy grail. Zara wears these literally 24/7, 365 days of the year. They never ever give her rubs, and they're slip-on, so they're for like the 24-hour wear. Julie uses the Escadron ones, or any ones that can Velcro, because those are a lot easier to get on and off if you're going to not always be wearing them. This protects their shoes so that their hind leg, if it were to overreach, doesn't clip the back of their shoe and pull it off.
So I hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it helpful. If you have any questions or anything, always comment below. I love responding to your questions. It's a great pastime at school when I don't feel like doing my work. I'm gonna throw out a quick shout out to Katie Vila. I literally put a reminder in my phone to talk about Katie in my newest video, or in our newest video, because every day in class she's like, you should talk about me in a video, you should talk about me in a video. I feel like I'm making her sound like such a bitch, but I love Katie. So yeah, this goes out to you. I don't know what else you want me to say about that, Katie, so I love you. But I'm done with that. I want to say a huge, huge, huge thank you to all of you guys for 30,000 subscribers. Like, that is literally insane. Like, I feel like I say this every time we like hit a milestone, but it is crazy to think about. Like 30,000 people, like that is literally more people than that live in like my town, like way more people. We're just so thankful, like from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you so much for supporting us, for following us on Instagram, for commenting on our videos, for liking our videos, like for everything you guys do. Thank you so much, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye guys.